What's good? This is your boy Josh, aka Lil Sweepstakes up in the building. And we are back with a brand new video. Now, I want to apologize for this video being out a day or a few days late. So, I was going to make this review yesterday, which was Wednesday, but I did not have time and I was busy. But we are here, and better late than never, you know? Obi Wan Kenobi. Episode 6, it's officially out, and yeah, no more episodes are going to be coming out. We're practically done, or unless they happen to make a new season or something, then we're done with Obi Wan Kenobi. Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen are done for right now. But they did say that they were going to come back, and I really wish that they do. So we got to talk about this finale, man, because this finale was insane. You know, it's not every day that people are going to want to wait for a season to be done and then give the review, because throughout these last 4 weeks that we have been given this show, each episode coming out, people were criticizing it, and they were criticizing it a lot. And then episode 5 came out last week, and then this episode came out, and now people are starting to praise it. You gotta have patience, man. Like, I surely had patience. Like, I understand episode 4 was the weakest out of the bunch, but the rest were good. And that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about episode 6. So if we pretty much pick up where we last left off with episode 5, they're on a ship, and they're getting chased by the Empire. Obi-Wan decides that he needs to, face Vader, do it on his own, and by him doing that, it's a divergence for Leia and the crew to get away, and, for Leia to get back to Alderaan, in which, oh my god, when I saw this fight, man, this was great. It was really amazing. It was amazing. There's one thing I didn't really appreciate, though. The Inquisitors. They didn't do anything. They didn't fight Reva. Reva didn't fight them or nothing. Nah, Reva went to Tatooine to go and kill Luke, as in response to, wanting to kill Vader or something, or something. I don't know. But Reva we're gonna get this out of the way. Reva tried to kill Luke, but Reva didn't, do it. She pretty much just, when she tried, she saw herself, she saw herself getting killed by Anakin again or something, or Anakin pulling, or something, I don't know. Just Reva becoming Anakin, supposedly, in which she didn't do it. So, yeah. We're going to set that aside for now. I just wanted to get that out of the way, because I really didn't care. I just wanted to see the Vader and Obi-Wan fight, in which they did fight. And my god, this was a crazy fight, bro. Like, absolutely. Obi-Wan doing his pose. Freaking Vader, Vader, usually when Vader fights somebody, he don't use 2 hands. He just, uses 1 hand. But this man, Vader was using 2, because he knows that Obi-Wan got serious again. He got his strength back. So Vader had to get serious too. And he actually had the challenge that he was looking for, I guess. I don't know. Because in the last episode, he was just toying with Reva. And before that, he was toying with Obi-Wan. And yeah. Oh man, but this episode was so good. Like, you guys don't even understand it. Like, the references, I will do what I must, then you will die, Rebels, Revenge of the Sith. They got really reference heavy in this episode, I should say. Or at least I think they did. Because there's so much to unpack here. And I don't know if I can talk about it all, because I'm kind of on a schedule at the moment. So but man, it was all crazy. Absolutely insane. And there's nothing more to it. It was just perfect. Yeah, the episode, I really loved the episode. Yeah. But yeah, they fight. Vader notices that Obi-Wan gets his strength back. And pretty much, Obi-Wan pushes Vader back. Vader was on the defensive, I think, the whole fight. But then, Vader had some moments where he, buried Obi-Wan, but Obi-Wan managed to get out of it. I like what they did with that. Obi-Wan holding up the rocks and, trying to get out of it. It kind of reminded me of Spider-Man Homecoming when Peter was toppled on top of stuff. Like when the walls and stuff were crumbled on the Spider-Man and he had to get out of it. That's what it reminded me of. I really that's yeah. Pretty much after that, Obi-Wan sneaks up from behind to attack Vader, but Vader sees it at the last moment. Is a callback to the third episode of Obi Wan Kenobi, where Vader snuck up from behind, and which I really liked that. It's like, man. And Vader, people are going to say that Vader was nerfed or something like that, but he wasn't. It just his emotions got the better of him, and like he's too obsessed with Obi-Wan. He wanted to find him. He wanted to kill him, prove that he was the better fighter, or at least in my eyes. Because if we go back to the last episode, pretty much that Anakin wanted to prove himself to Obi-Wan. He wants to relish in victory. Having his emotions get the better of him, and that's what we saw here. Vader was too emotional, I guess. Well, he wasn't really he didn't feel emotional though. Well, he didn't look emotional, I should say. But he let his emotions get the best of him, and that was his downfall in his fight against Obi-Wan. Oh man. And so they fight, they continue the fight, and then we got Obi-Wan just lifting up rocks like a god, bruh. This man was like Jesus. He's a space Jesus. And this man, first of all, Obi-Wan pushes Vader back, which I didn't see coming at all. Like, bro, there's nobody has pushed Vader back. It's rare that happens, all right? When was the last time you seen Vader get force pushed back like that? The Force Unleashed 2, like the trailers or something like that? That was absolutely incredible stuff right there. Like, and it shows that Obi-Wan, he still has it. He never really lost it. He still has his abilities, and he's got his, strength. And that's what I really like. Because Obi-Wan, by this point, he hasn't, he thought that he had lost all hope. He thought that, that Anakin was gone and that there was nothing that he could do and that he was just a tired old man. And then he goes on this journey with Leia, and he pretty much uses that for motivation. Luke and Leia, the twins, and pretty much says that he has a duty and that, he has to protect them. But yeah, man, absolutely incredible stuff. And then comes in the final blow. Obi-Wan just slashes Vader's left side. So I forgot to mention that Obi-Wan goes for the chest box first and then the mask. It was still cool to see. Of his helmet. Another callback, another reference to Star Wars Rebels. Ahsoka did the same thing but on the right side, showing Anakin's face. Man, Anakin gets cut by his master and his apprentice, both trying to bring him back to the light. In which, ultimately, it would be Luke that would show the full face behind the mask, which is very beautiful. And another beautiful thing about this is that not only do we see Hayden Christensen's face, we also, get the voice back-to-back thing. Like, his voice was distorted. It kind of reminded me of Bane a little bit. I don't know why, but it kind of reminded me of Bane when I heard his voice a little bit. It just, don't ask, but yeah. In which I almost teared up watching this, because Anakin, well, there was a little bit of Anakin in there. His eyes were not red until after, Vader said that he killed Anakin. But Anakin was there for sure. In which that it was a beautiful scene. It was really well done. I gotta give props to Deborah Chow for this. I gotta give her props for the whole show. Because I was a little hesitant at first. I underestimated her. And she delivered these last two episodes, and I really enjoyed them. But yeah, man, Hayden Christensen also perfected this role as Vader. I think that he did a phenomenal job of portraying this guy who has been, in his prime. Okay, so if you saw if there's a reason why the video cut off for a second. My phone went off. It's a weather alert thing, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, like I was saying before, Vader was in his prime, and Hayden Christensen perfected that really well. And he also perfected, being a pissed off guy who wants to find his old master and kill him. Prove that he is the better, Jedi or something. Well, not Jedi. He's a better fighter, like I said before. But yeah, I think Hayden did a phenomenal job, and he really pulled off the emotions really well too. It's amazing to see how much love he's been shown the last few years, and it was what really wanted him to come back to Star Wars. Well, I think that's what I believe. Yeah, because I remember. Well, I don't remember this, but I know in 2005 he wasn't really well appreciated, but it was the script that he was given, and this is the better script that he was given to now. Oh man, what an episode! It was so good, and it was really sad too. So pretty much, I like what they did with the colors as well, like the lightsaber colors. Like when we see Anakin speaking, like saying that he's gone and stuff like that, we see that his light, like the lightsaber is blue, like blue light is reflecting off of him. But then when Vader says that he killed Anakin, and that, he is not Obi-Wan's failure, it goes to red. In which Obi-Wan's, Anakin saying that he is not Obi-Wan's failure, that gives a little bit of relief to Obi-Wan, because he's had that guilt for years. He's had that guilt saying that, he failed, Skywalker, and that, he wished he could have done everything and that everything was his fault. But now it is, I guess, it was subtle, I guess. Anakin was trying to forgive him and saying that it wasn't Obi-Wan's fault. And, that's really impactful. And I think, that now we understand what Obi-Wan said when he said that Vader was destroying Anakin. That was a good little thing from a certain point of view. But yeah, man. And Vader's screaming Obi-Wan's name. Another callback, at least in my eyes. This was another callback to Rebels. Darth Maul screaming Kenobi. That is such an infamous line. Well, I think that's a famous line, but Kenobi. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, it was really good. Everything about this episode, minus the Reva stuff, it was good. I really enjoyed it. And, yeah. So, pretty much after that, Obi-Wan accepts the fact that Anakin is gone and he calls him Darth. Now, this is a good callback to A New Hope, because Obi-Wan called Darth Vader Darth. Just the first name. Just the first half of the name. No Vader in their fight in that film. I like that. I like that they are, staying true to that. Having Obi-Wan accept the fact that Anakin, is no longer, the same guy. He's now this machine, more than a man. And that's what I really liked. Very, very sad stuff. Very sad stuff. But it was also, something beautiful right there. I also like the fact that when Vader said that Obi-Wan didn't kill Anakin and that he did, Vader was smirking, bruh. Vader never smiles. I've never seen Vader smile at all. This man does not know. Every time that I've seen him, he's either sad, pissed off, or, bored. And he never smiles. So to see that emotion on his face right there for a little bit, that was actually scary. And, like, wow, like I said, Hayden Christensen, bruh, he is a GOAT for a reason. Like, oh my god. I gotta give props, mad props. Oh my god. It was great, man. I really appreciated the fact that, Obi-Wan and Anakin were in this show, and that Ewan McGregor and Hayden, were reunited together for this special, few weeks that we had. And hopefully we see them again. Alright, so we're gonna have to touch back onto the Reva stuff, because first off, she's not dead. Plot armor kept her alive. I don't know how she survived being stabbed. She's just too angry to die. I'm gonna be real. But yeah, like I said earlier, Reva tries to kill Luke, and Beru and Owen, they put up a good fight, but it wasn't enough. But yeah. So Reva brings back Luke and gives them back to Owen and Beru. And pretty much after that, Reva drops her lightsaber. She goes on her own path. I don't know what they're gonna do, because since there's a bunch of stories to tell with these characters, like Quinlan Voss. I thought he died. I thought he died during Order 66, but no. In the third episode, he's alive and well. So that's cool, I guess. There was a period in time where we thought that Ahsoka was dead. And then in Rebels, she's alive. And now her story is being finished. As for Reva, I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to make a show about her? Or something? Or maybe, you know what? I think they should. Because there's some things we didn't see with Reva. And is that Reva does not get her revenge on the Inquisitors. Because she had beef with them. Reva had beef with the Inquisitors and Vader. Probably mainly mainly Vader. But yeah, she got beef. And she got to settle it. And she probably going to get killed by Vader or something. I don't know, man, but yeah, so Reva's going on her own path. I don't know if we're going to see her again, but yeah. I think with the Inquisitors, they're individually, their storylines are really good. And, it's, yeah. Especially the second sister. I really liked her arc. So, after the battle, we see Vader back on Mustafar in his castle again. And, Vader is speaking to Palpatine. Now, I was shocked when I saw Palpatine, because I didn't think he'd show up. But, and he looks exactly like, he'd be in Return of the Jedi. Bro, Palpatine, Ian McDiarmid, bro, he still got it. It was good to see Palpatine. See, this is the part where we say somehow Palpatine returned. Not that bullcrap from episode 9. But yeah, man. Pretty much after that, yeah, Palpatine says to, forget about Obi-Wan and stuff like that, and that, he's gone or something. I don't know. That's what I believe. Yeah, Vader needs to move on. He can't keep, relying on the past. So, yeah, and then Obi-Wan says goodbye. Obi-Wan goes to Alderaan, says goodbye to Leia, and things like that. And then we see him go to Tatooine, where he's looking like his comic book self with the Jedi robes, the goggles. It's great. I don't know what they're going to do with that. And, he says the famous line. He meets Luke for the first time, and the first thing that he says is, "Hello there." In which I like that Ewan tried to sound like Alec Guinness, because we're getting closer to A New Hope at this point, in which I really loved that. And he gives Luke the toy. So we finally know how Luke gets the toy. So yeah, good on that stuff. And then the final scene, Obi-Wan, riding on his Space Camel, and we see Qui-Gon Jinn. Man, let me tell you, man, I was like, yo, no way, bro. Like, I wasn't doing any of that soup stuff, but it was still cool to see Liam Neeson returning as Qui-Gon Jinn for the first time in 23 years. I say 23 because he did voice Qui-Gon in the Clone Wars. He didn't really show up like in live action, you know. So it's cool to see Qui-Gon show up, and as the Force goes too. I really liked that, and it also shows that his training was complete. Qui-Gon finishes Force Ghost training, and you know that was cool. It was really beautiful. So that's where it ends. And we don't know what's gonna happen after that. And with that, we're done with Obi Wan Kenobi. And the next show for Star Wars anyway is Andor. Now I'm gonna be honest with Andor. I don't know how they're gonna do all of this. I don't really know. I'm not really interested as Andor as I should be. Well, yeah, people are saying that it's gonna be a sleeper and that people are gonna be sleeping on it heavy and that it might slap, just like how Ant-Man was a sleeper back in the day. So yeah, I believe that Andor is gonna be good. It's just that, you know, I'm not hyped for it right now. Yeah, we got 2 months until that comes out. We also have Tales of the Jedi and The Bad Batch. Those are really the two shows that I'm excited for. Because not only are we going to be seeing, you know, The Bad Batch again, Commander Cody is coming back, bruh. Commander Cody. I've always wanted to see what happened to him after Order 66 and all that. Maybe he'll, you know, get his chip removed. I want to see how he dies, bro. Yeah, another thing that I'm excited for is Tales of the Jedi. We're going to see a 3-episode Ahsoka arc, one before the Clone Wars, one during, and one after. And this is where we see Ahsoka finally get her white lightsabers from the Inquisitor. And it's going to be animated, and I cannot wait to see it. But yeah, we got a big year ahead of us still. We started off with the Book of Boba. That was all right. We got Obi-Wan. That was phenomenal. Well, I can't say phenomenal. It was great. And we still got ways to go. So, if I had to rate the show, I'm going to give it a 9. The episode was a 10 out of 10 for me. We had 2 back-to-back 10 out of 10 episodes right here. For me, anyway. And this show delivered, like, as a whole. And it was beautiful. I enjoyed it. So, yeah. I give it a 9 out of 10. So, I'm going to leave this video here. I have nothing else left to say. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, because it helps your boy out. If you want to support the channel, the link is in the description below. And also, follow our socials, because that's in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next one. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.
Just waking up in the morning, got a girl, she foreign, she snoring, and her name is Lauren. Busy day to day, I have me an orange, and not the way that you if you talking born. Getting on the grind, about to make it shine, not victorious, not like I'm lying. I just stay winning, that's that from beginning, and you'll just be crying.